Hey everybody, it's Lucy Cesena here with Entertainment Scoop, and I am sitting with Masika Kalysha from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Masika, thank you so much for sitting with me today. How are you doing?
Good. You pronounce my name better than some of my relatives do.
I've had a lot of practice. But, you know, we just wanted to get to know you a little bit. I see you're back on the season. This just started a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
How do you feel about coming back and your storyline? I mean, you have a baby now.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's very different than season one. I feel like season one, I was trying to get my bearings and figure out, you know, what's what and everything. And now I kind of just, I don't care about what anyone thinks anymore. And it's like I'm just really living my life and doing what I want to do and what I need to do. So it's a whole different feeling coming in, being a mom, and just rocking it, I think.
So last night we got to see you had your little Khari Barbie.
I did.
I saw some of the pictures you posted on Instagram, the very few of her eyes, and you have a little blue-eyed Aries.
Yes, I do. Yes.
So how was it last night? I mean, just being able to relive that moment of you having her, and I know your pregnancy has been a little difficult. I mean, you're a first-time mom.
Yes.
And having to go through all of that nonsense with her father. I mean, how were you watching that and reliving that whole moment again?
It was extremely emotional for me to actually rewatch that. I mean, just remembering that day and everything that happened leading up to that day. And I did have a very tumultuous pregnancy. And, you know, I didn't announce that I was pregnant until I was a little over 6 months pregnant. Thank God, you know, my abs were still rocking. I actually did a red carpet when I was like 5.5 months pregnant in a half shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was, you know, to deflect the rumors.
That's amazing.
But I wanted to keep it private for a couple reasons. One, to continue working. No one wants to book a pregnant chick. And two, just because I knew it would be such an onslaught of, you know, drama. So since the day I announced it, I feel like I didn't sleep. And, you know, being pregnant, you want to relax and put your feet up. And it was just stress. So with last night's episode, you know, I went from one extreme to the next. It was, you know, things were rocky with my daughter's father and me. Then things were good. And then things were great. And, you know, that was all at that moment. So it was just a whirlwind of emotions watching.
So at that moment when you had her, he was there. He was supportive. I mean, you saw that he rushed to be by your side.
Yeah.
Where do you guys stand today?
Today, I mean, it just depends on which way the wind blows.
Okay.
And, you know, it's been very difficult dealing with the changes. And, you know, at this point, my focus is my daughter. And I'm just going to let God deal with him. So
does he see her periodically, or is he not seeing her at all right now?
Sure, when I send pictures. But I stopped doing that because the last picture I sent, he posted, and I didn't want that posted.
So I did read somewhere that, you know, I get it. This is your baby girl. You aren't going to put her on social media, or she's not going to be in the show. Is that correct?
She's definitely not going to be in the show. Right now, I don't want her on social media. I mean, I can't say that's going to be for everything. That would probably be a little ridiculous. But with so much drama that's been surrounding me and her father, I would rather keep her away until that dies down, because people are really stupid.
Yeah.
Like the comments I get from adults talking about a baby. The comments that I get from adults talking about a baby at that, it's just ignorant, and people should be ashamed of themselves. So, you know, in order to let her live a private, peaceful life, I don't want to subject her to social media or television or anything like that right now.
Right. And I mean, that makes sense. I think that's really, you know, noble, and that's awesome. But with all of that, I mean, you have so much going on top of being a mother.
Lord.
And you're a new mommy. What is she, 5 months now?
Yes, she's 5 months now.
Oh my gosh, I bet she's just getting fun.
Oh,
and so cute.
She gets prettier by the day. I can't stand it. Like, sometimes I just stare at her like, who made you?
Where did the blue eyes come from?
Well, my father and his family, they all have fair skin, fair eyes, red hair, things like that. So my sister got my dad's eyes. It skipped me, but she got it.
Your baby.
And then
that's awesome.
Willie said that his grandfather has one blue eye, one green eye. So, you know, genes are just really strong. And, I mean, again, adults are just dumb. Like, I get so many people, oh my gosh, well, you're light but not that light, and he's dark, so who baby is that?
Everybody has an opinion.
It's like,
it's crazy.
Clearly you failed biology, science, and life in general, but, you know, just don't comment on a child.
Right. I think, I agree. I think there's a time and a place, and babies and children should definitely be off limits. So
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
So on top of all that, though, you have new business ventures coming out.
Yes.
I did hear that there may be a spin-off show with just you by yourself.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, before I actually signed on to do season 3, I was executive producing my own show. Working title was Pregnant and Pumped. I pitched it to a really huge production company. We were picked up by a really huge network, and we had other networks that were still interested. We're actually filming a full-fledged show my entire pregnancy. So
Really?
I was line producing, casting, filming, and when I decided to rejoin Love and Hip Hop, I felt like my fan base, most of them know me from Love and Hip Hop, so I thought it was appropriate to come back to the platform that they knew me on to kind of update them on what's going on in my life. So,
well, especially because your pregnancy was such a huge, story when it came out. I remember even your photo. I believe the first time I heard that you were pregnant, it was about the photo you took in your bathroom, and it was like, that is not fair.
Yeah.
How do you bounce back so quick?
Well, honestly, I haven't really been able to work out much at all since having my daughter, because I've just been that busy, but I worked out a lot before, so thank God for muscle memory. The crazy thing, I had a 6-pack on top of my belly my entire pregnancy. So literally 3 days after giving birth, my stomach was gone.
Nice.
And then, the weight just started falling off, and I've kept some pounds here and there, but they kind of curved the girl out, so it's okay.
So we can look out for this new show coming, Pregnant in Pumps.
Well, no, I'm not pregnant anymore.
So will it still be airing as far as I
might do something with the footage
Okay.
that we've already shot. I might put it up on my YouTube channel.
Okay. And what is your YouTube channel? Just
well,
for
I have
everybody?
2. I have a music one, which is just Masika Kalysha. Then I have a vlog, which is Masika Kalysha Vlog. So I might end up putting it up. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely you want to check out my channels, because I will be doing a vlog series for single women, single mothers. I get thousands and thousands of messages, I can't even read them all, of women. I've had women tell me that they were contemplating committing suicide until they saw my story, or they were going to have an abortion and then they saw that I did it, and it's just like all of these women all across the world from different countries that I have no idea how they even found me.
Right.
So I think it's only right to do something for these women. So I'll be doing a series on my vlog channel once a week that will include something very special for them.
Awesome. I think that's great. I mean,
Thank
you are
you.
now, this is a part of your story. This
Yeah.
is who you are. You're a single mom.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of us and a lot of our viewers have got to see the turmoil that has been through this pregnancy and even after it. I mean, being a single parent is definitely difficult, so I commend you for that, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers would love to just hear the advice and hear your stories and helping them. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your other ventures. I hear you have a new cosmetic line.
I do. It is called Khari Barbie Beauty.
Okay.
I'm named after my daughter, of course. And I really wanted to start a business for her, something that she can have and she can start her own empire.
Amazing.
I think my parents did the best they could. They were very young parents. They had, my mom and dad got married at 18 and 21 and had the 3 of us very shortly after. So it's like, I learned, you go to school, you get a good job, you get married, which is cool. But I never learned about, hey, you start your own business, you this, you that. My mother liked to instill things like that in us, but it was never like that prominent. And I kind of had to learn things the hard way. I was on my own at a very young age. I got kicked out of the house when I was 18 for the dumbest reason in the world.
Why? You have to tell us.
Oh my
why.
God, it's so stupid. I don't even want to go down that road. Like honestly, I would probably have to go to therapy if I even. It was dumb.
I tried, guys.
It was so stupid. But I literally went walking down the street with absolutely nothing. I mean, not even a bobby pin in my hair. And I had to figure it out from there. So
you never went back?
Never went back home.
Wow.
And I never was.
No, not to cut you off, but was that your mom and dad in the show last night with you?
Yes, that was my parents in the
You guys do have
show.
a good relationship, though.
Well, I feel like as an adult, you have to let things go. And it took me a lot of years to kind of get over it. But harboring any resentment or bitterness is not going to help me grow.
Right.
And it's definitely not going to help me be a good parent. So, my parents, I know they love me very much. And as a parent, you make mistakes and you do things that, whatever. So now that I'm a parent, it's like understanding that. And, you know, my parents were here for the birth, and they were very supportive, and they stayed with me for a couple weeks after she was born, and it was, you know, very helpful. So I really appreciate them.
The show that you're on, Love and Hip Hop, I know it's a platform. You're using it as a platform.
Absolutely.
How do you make yourself, are you going to cross over as a businesswoman and have a different type of brand with this new line and new ventures that you have coming out?
You know, I almost feel like they're kind of separate, although they're the same. I do want to emphasize the things that I'm working on, but I think that, again, like, you know, it's a big difference between mainstream and urban.
Right.
So I never want to urbanize, you know, certain things, because I feel like it's a deterrent for people. So, yeah, I'm definitely a businesswoman, but I'm not going to throw that down your throat, because no one watches me for business on Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
You watch me because I'm cute, I'm sassy, I have the, you know, the one-liners, I'm smart, I'm funny, or whatever it is. So that's, you know, me as a person. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to mix in here or there, but, I mean, come on. Are you watching me to see what business I have? No, you want to see the tea and the drama.
That's right. Now, next week, you have a new episode coming out, and I hear some of the music that's going to be on there is something kind of special to you. What is actually going to be on next week?
Well, it's episode 6, which is, I want to say, September 19th. It's my new single called My Own. It's available everywhere today.
Nice. Go get that.
Yes. It's through Empire Distribution, and I'm actually working on my EP that will be put out through Empire as well. And basically, it's kind of telling what I went through, kind of with my pregnancy and everything, just doing it on my own and realizing that I was okay and not allowing a man to set me back. And, you know, I feel like as women and men, a lot of times there's this one moment that changed everything for you. So, you know, I'm talking about, you know, I wish I had a time machine to go back to this one day or this one time or this one event. And if I had that time machine, things would be different. But I don't, so I'm going to keep doing it on my own.
Nice. Now, some of your other songs, as far as Andale, which I think is amazing. I don't know if you guys have heard it. It is actually a really,
it's a little,
it's really risque, but it's actually an amazing song.
There's a clean version for the kids.
What do you plan on doing with that? Do you plan on putting it on your EP?
Probably not. Okay. Crazy thing is, when I met Willie, he approached me at a club to get my number, and I told him, hey, this is cool, but I want to pay you to do a record. And he laughed at me, but he did the record. And I thought he was an amazing artist. I loved his voice. I loved his music. As far as like him as a person, I didn't know him, and I had no interest in him personally. You know, we ended up hanging out and going to the studio and kicking it, and then, you know, the dating actually happened because that's what he said that he wanted to do, and we just had fun. So originally, the only thing I wanted was a record. We ended up making this crazy record, and my music is very risque. I think I like that whole Little Kim Trina vibe. Okay. So I feel like I like to say things that women think but don't say. So that's kind of where I was going with that. I just kind of came up with the hook, and he was like, cool, let's do it.
Well, it was actually really nice. So
thank you.
I'm kind of a little disappointed it's not going to be on there, but I can't wait to hear everything.
I mean, it's possible, but I feel like I have so much new music that I don't know. And then, you know, at the time I put the record out, I was pregnant, and no one knew it at that time. So I really wasn't able to do my performances or shoot the video, because you can't really sing a provocative song with a big belly. So, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's possible to still do something with it, but I just have so many new things that it's like, you know.
Yeah. Okay, well, is there anything else that you would like our viewers to know? I mean, we talked about your cosmetic line. We talked about your new single coming out. Is there anything else that you can give us that maybe nobody else knows about?
I mean, I have tons of secrets, but I'm not going to tell you because I want them to still be secret.
We're not there yet. We'll come back to that conversation.
I just want to make sure you guys follow me on all my socials. Twitter, Instagram is @Masika Kalysha. SoundCloud and Facebook is King Masika Kalysha. And make sure you're following my cosmetic page, Khari Barbie Beauty on Instagram, and KBB Cosmetics on Twitter. I am hiring. I'm looking for models, and I'm also looking for staff. So the only way to get hired is through social media, because it's the new craze. Don't email me. I don't want to read them. So that's what, social media casting and hiring.
There you go, guys. Masika, thank you so much. It was a pleasure sitting here with you and getting to talk to you. So thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, everybody.